Good evening. This is HNN, the Holotable News Network. You're not even remotely close to around the clock. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news, reactions, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host, and today we are joined by my distinguished co-host, Zeliac Sarah.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. Back home to have my
Yay.
reliable internet again.
Yay.
And we have a guest with us, Darth Stevel.
Good evening.
He's a long time friend of the show. Been playing the game together for a while now. Now, we've got a bunch of good headlines that I'm excited to go over this time. The highlights of which will be two new characters. One, Mon Mothma, Rebel Leader, and Threepio and Chewie. Not one or the other, not two different characters, but combined. C-3PO torn into pieces on top of Chewbacca's back.
Oh. I thought it was two characters they were releasing at the same time.
Yeah, no.
I honestly had to check the date and make sure I hadn't missed April 1st. Wish I was kidding. That's the truth.
Oh.
So first, the brief discussion on the scheduled tech update that they
Mhm.
So you might have noticed as you were playing a couple weeks ago, this huge download and everything getting redone in the game. Like I remember I was going through the characters and just everything wouldn't be there. There'd be little white boxes and then it would take a second for them to reload.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Like,
I did not have that.
The game acted like everything was being re-uploaded, re-rendered. And so, as it was doing the update of however big it was, each little visual, when I'd go back to it the first time, I have to like chug for a second and then load it up. So my initial impression was that this is bad because it's everything is
Just
being a
made
lot
it
more
worse.
laggy. But what Crumb had to say on the matter was that the update improves many of the underlying technologies that they use to create Galaxy of Heroes. These significant tech upgrades enable us, the developers, to continue to support this amazing game for years to come. It may seem like nothing's changed, but there are plenty of updates under the hood that allow for numerous improvements in the future. I think the main point to get across is that they have updated the version of Unity they use to run the game, which might be the first time they've done that since the game was created in 2015.
I don't remember hearing about any like background updates.
Yeah.
They might have done it like
That's accurate. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even though it seems like a useless post, I think why it does matter is because we have heard a lot of times during the developer Q&As and stuff how they wish they could do this but they just can't, and how it's unfair to compare the game to other games that came out in 2018 or 2019 because 3 to 5 years in the tech industry is a huge jump.
Just fair.
So if all those complaints were because they were having to use an outdated version of Unity and could the software to which the game runs, and now they're able to do anything that current games are capable of, now they shouldn't have any hindrances, so there shouldn't be any design things we can't do, things that they say that we aren't able to do just because of the old software.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a live PvP.
Or sandbox mode.
Or a sandbox mode.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh. All
Yeah,
right.
they rebuilt the foundation of the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say I have not noticed anything visually. I don't know if you guys have. My game does not do the spinning wheel it still does it, but not nearly as often as it was doing it.
That's good.
Other than that,
Where we got some of the fun options for the text in the in-game chat.
oh, is that what
Yeah.
it was?
Are there new
Yes.
chat options in game?
I
Yes,
don't
and
know.
there's debate of whether it was intentional or not, but yes, if you know what you're doing, which I do not, you can color your text, you can do this,
Yeah.
No
you can,
We
way.
had
yeah,
we
yeah,
had actually I'm pretty sure it was San Holo was coloring his text in our guild. And I was like, what is this guy doing? And he was going on about how fun
yeah,
he was having. And like one message was like cyan blue and one was green and I think one was
yeah.
yellow. Yeah. I would scroll back, but it's gone.
There's
Ah.
extensive Reddit posts about how to do this for anybody who's curious. I don't have stake any claim on being able to play around with this stuff myself.
Yeah. I was gonna try and then I didn't.
Well, now see, that's just one sign of the updated architecture for the game.
Mhm.
Because I don't think they intended to do that at all. It's just a default at the new updated system. And I might not know what I'm talking about, but that hasn't stopped me before. So
Just spew it.
I think that nobody will see anything change because everything in game right now had to work with the old infrastructure.
Right.
But I think everything
Yeah.
moving forward, we might see better looking characters, more technical stuff that they haven't done before, because now they're capable of it without it having to fit within the old system still.
Yeah. From what I know about all this, that's very accurate. Yeah. Nothing anybody would really notice other than if, say, you were frantically trying to squeeze in your fleet climb while that massive update was downloading, you might have noticed that.
Right.
You might have been saying things you're not going to say on a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, it's there. I actually, I will say I was surprised that they did it when they did do it because they keep talking about it and it never comes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, the next
So-
headline is that we have a new marquee, first one in a
Mhm.
while, Threepio and Chewie.
one character.
This one new tune in the game is the one from the Jedi Luke event, where
Mm.
you had your Rebel Officer Leia Organa, your Lando Calrissian, and you had to have this event only 3PO and Chewie that had his own attacks. It was pretty cool. He
Mhm.
was helpful, the most helpful character to get past that. And now they've just gone and taken him from the event and turned him into a new character.
Right on.
So, Sarah, would you like to read us the kit reveal for 3PO and Chewie?
Would I ever? I have been waiting for this. All right. One character. I quickly realized when I opened the dev insights that this was one character. I thought it was two. Anyway. Oh, he has a droid tag.
He does.
And interesting. I get like it does make sense in a weird way. Anyway, I'm gonna call him Chewpio.
I like
3PO
that.
and Chewie is too much.
I like that.
I like Chewpio, so that's what I'm going with. Anyway, he is a rebel attacker droid and has a whole bunch of synergies apparently. Basic ability is frantic shot. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict evasion down for 2 turns. All right.
Simple enough.
Super simple. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the back of him for the first time, and C3PO just looks so pathetic.
I love it. The special one
man.
visual.
Yeah. I just got to that one. Okay, special one, Shining Distraction. Oh my gosh, this is, of course, Shining. Ooh, shiny. Cooldown of 2. Dispel all debuffs on 3PO and Chewie. On Chewpio. Rebel allies recover 15% protection and gain advantage for 2 turns. Dispel all buffs from all enemies and blind them for 2 turns. This ability can't be evaded. So AoE, dispel, and blind.
Yes. And a 2-turn cooldown.
And a 2-turn cooldown, so you're gonna use that real often. Man, that's okay. Wait, what?
And
2-turn
a recovery of
cooldown.
protection.
2-turn cooldown, and you're blinding everyone for 2 turns.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yep.
And you're healing all rebel allies 15% protection. And giving them all advantage.
And an AoE dispel and blinding. And then you, whenever it's ready, you get to blind them again for another 2 turns, because that's what we do here.
Which during the Jedi Luke event
Yeah.
was great to have, because your team was terrible with just Rolo, Lando, and Threepio.
So they gave you this guy to use.
Yes.
Oh, so I wonder if they're still going to do that, or if you have to bring your own in.
They still are. It's still
Right, because then they would have to change the requirements.
They talked about how they updated the event to say that this isn't an event only character.
Right.
But
right.
I think they still provide it for you. But anyways, so this character, you had to limp your way through the battle using this really good character because all you had was Lando and Rolo. But now taking the event good Threepio and putting him on a squad that actually has good characters,
man,
it's gonna be ridiculous.
Man, I can't get over that. Okay.
What's better?
Second special, which is a Zeta, Chewie's Rage, cooldown of 3. Deal physical damage to all enemies. Deal damage an additional time, up to 5 additional times for each enemy that has been defeated during the battle. Threepio and Chewie gain 10% offense stacking until the end of battle whenever this ability defeats an enemy. Whew. So does this like stack on, if I use this ability and I kill someone, do I immediately go again because I've just killed somebody and that counts?
No.
As a thing, as a defeat? No?
There's no turn meter gain or bonus turn involved. But next time, but you'll be gaining offense. And
right. And then next time I would attack an additional time because the time before I had defeated somebody.
Yes.
Man. Wow.
The power is strong in this.
Huh.
Well, and oh man, anything with infinite stacking makes me happy. And yeah.
That's the other thing. It doesn't. There's no max. Oh man.
No max to the offense stacking.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, just a max to like how many additional time he does the damage. But still, it doesn't matter if it's only a maximum of 5 additional times if you've got all this offense stacked on you anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we got a unique left.
Yeah. Just his unique is I must tell the others. Sorry. If the allied leader is a rebel, Threepio gains 40% of the leader's max health, max protection, offense, defense, potency, and tenacity at the start of the first encounter. And rebel allies gain half that amount. Rebel allies have plus 15% crit avoidance. Whenever another rebel ally uses an ability, Threepio Threepio and Chewie are called to assist, dealing 30% less damage, limit once per turn. If they were defeated, Threepio and Chewie are revived with 50% health and protection whenever another rebel ally is revived. Okay. So if Threepio is defeated, they're revived if somebody else gets revived.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a free revive, basically.
Right. While enemies are blinded, they have minus 50% tenacity and can't attack out of turn. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That revive is huge. That means, okay, so rebels who revive, Jin.
SRP.
SRP.
Yeah, as I've seen many people point out already, make a team with Threepio with so many useless rebels you're not using anywhere else, and make them amazing.
Oh, doesn't Fuzzy Han revive?
He does. Captain Han
Yeah.
Solo. Yes.
Oh,
But Fuzzy
true.
Han, yeah, he revives. And then if
Yeah.
you're going outside of Rebels, you also have visas.
Yes.
But she would, I don't think you would put her there, but if you really, really had to, you could, because she will revive your Rebels.
Yes.
Are there any other Rebels who revive? Fuzzy Han, Jin, SRP. I think that's it.
That's it, I believe.
Right?
Yeah. I think so. The Darth Stevel.
What
is your impression?
One of the Hoth brothers revives too.
Yeah, one of the Hoth.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Which one?
Give us your impression of Threepio.
I want it to be free to play a lot sooner than it's going to be. This is going to be a really fun tune that I'll enjoy in, let me see here, February approximately. So, yeah, always my frustration with these amazing kits. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be huge in light side Geo. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be huge in all kinds of areas. And I would suspect that even at low stars, it's going to be useful if you can hide it behind like a good SRP, a good reviving tank. If you're ramping up offense, hiding behind a tank that never really dies. Yeah.
Yes. I am thinking it's going to be a great character for Geonosian battles, as well as the new game mode that we still have very few details on. If it's a wave-based game mode, then he's gonna do great.
I can't wait to try him out against the 8 waves of Ewoks.
Yeah.
That ramped offense, and that headache event is going to get a whole lot easier.
And the unique is crazy to me, because I mean, I guess they have been doing that lately, but it's less. It matters less what individual stats are, because the new characters they come out with, it's just, hey, let's just borrow from somebody else, or let's borrow from the leaders.
Right.
Stats.
Yeah. So if you have, I feel like I need to open my Rebel tab again. I just closed it. If you have, I'm assuming you would have CLS lead, but off the top of my head, I can't think of. Right?
CLS would be good.
I mean, I don't think Jin's leadership is that awesome. I don't know.
I think there's room for 2 teams of Rebels. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, so realistically, though, what I was getting at is that since he's just going to steal from the leader and have everyone else steal from the leader as well, that's who you're going to focus on for stats.
Yes.
Right? Like, wow, that is a good kit. I'm kind of sad that I haven't done anything with him.
Well, he's too weak for most of us, unless you 7-star him and Relic 3, Relic 5 him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, he's great. The special 2, I don't think is all that special, because
it's I mean,
having played with him during the event, it's hard to get a kill with the ability, and 10% offense per time you use the ability and kill somebody it's not a big deal like it seems like it could be.
Right.
Now the additional damage, like additional times damage is inflicted, is good, but it only helps in multiple wave battles, like Geonosian territory battles. Other than that, in PvP, this special is not going to be very special.
Yeah, because you're only going to have 5 enemies, maybe 6, depending who you're facing. But man, I like it.
Hmm?
I'm still gonna call him Threepio. Yeah, I like his little animations. Not mad, not mad. This is how many Chewies do we have now? 5?
We have 5. We have 5.
5 Chewies.
And now we have 2
5
3POs.
Chewies.
And
I
now we
never
have 2
imagined
3
that.
Yeah.
5 Chewies, 2 3POs, what? 5 Hans? Is that where we're at?
3 Lukes. Yep. Still
Man.
just not
Man. All right.
Now, Sarah, he has a droid tag. So you plan to use him with
You
a
could totally
JTR droid team?
I'm trying to think. So on your JTR droid team, it would be BB-8, R2, C-3PO. So there are 2 others that have Rebel tags because you've got R2 and C-3PO with them. I don't think JTR and BB-8 would benefit that much. Maybe.
Oh, and I don't even think I mentioned whenever another Rebel ally uses an ability, 3PO and Chewie are called to assist. So this is taking from Legendary Chewbacca, how he assists guarded allies, whatever ability they do.
Yeah, which is, I'm just trying to think of in a specific JTR droid team, because I always call BB-8 to assist because then he calls someone else. But if you have the chance of him calling R2 or C-3PO to assist, then you're gonna get Threepio assisting as well, because R2 and C-3PO are rebels.
Yes.
So you could potentially, I mean, I don't know how the RNG would work in this, but you could potentially use JTR's special and have 4 people attacking, because you'd have JTR call BB-8. If BB-8 calls R2 calls Threepio. That could be dangerous.
I think
or if you're using JTR to call C-3PO to assist every time so that he confuses people, then you're always going to have him going.
This new 3PO and Chewie with C-3PO.
Yeah.
And any rebels. It can be the garbage ones that are now rebel fighters.
Yeah. Garbage ones.
It doesn't matter because the exposes from the assist are going to wreak havoc.
You would definitely, oh man, I would totally do that under a JTR lead, because then you have R2 popping exposes and BB-8 popping. Oh man, I kind of want to try it. And like, oh man, he's only 3 stars.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put him on I want to try him in light side territory battles on my JTR team.
He's supposed to be wailed on along with Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
Because together they're going to be fantastic.
I haven't read her kit either. Shocker.
When we get to her kit, it involves a lot of assisting.
Man.
Which, in addition to Chewie and 3PO assisting, and then if you add that legendary C-3PO for the exposes, it's going to be crazy. Without having to use CLS or any other current teams.
Yeah, so you would have two rebel teams, 2 decent rebel teams going, like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe more than decent. The danger of me not reading the kit is I don't know when I should be whaling. And I kind of wish I had bought like some library packs to get a little bit of a head start, because holy.
I'm sure they're still there. I think they're up for a month after a marquee.
Yeah, you haven't missed out. Don't worry.
Yeah. they're ready to take your money.
They're ready to take my money. Oh yeah, his pack is there. Should I buy one?
You are welcome to do it and tell us how he is.
What if it only gives me 5 shards?
I would
think-
not do it myself.
If you've been playing this long and haven't learned that lesson yet,
I know.
You know,
think
Sarah,
most
there's
of us,
a
that was week
chance to
one.
get 330.
Shit, I literally
You could just do it
said-
once and have it and be done.
I literally just said last week on SNN that marquee events are how these games make their money, and here I am being like, "Do I do this?"
There's always a chance you could get 330.
Oh man,
can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
I kind of want to. Oh.
So overall, I think he's a fun new addition to the game and will be helpful in any kind of wave-based game mode.
Yeah,
Like the territory battles that have been hard to defeat.
yeah, I think so too, because I also noticed in his kit that they specifically said encounter.
Yes.
So it's kind of like they're like, you know what I mean?
Well, don't the dev insights specifically say that it is aimed at like wave-based content? Wasn't there something to that effect in there?
Probably.
I did not read the insights.
I know they
It's-
did for Mon Mothma. These are
Right.
They're trying to build out a light side Geonosis territory battle rebel squad.
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy one pack.
You might get 330.
I'm gonna do one pack, and then you can say I told you so when I only get 5 shards.
If you're
I
gonna
haven't
do it
told
at
you
all,
anything.
you have to do it right now.
I'm doing it right now.
Before we move
I'm
to the
doing
next
it like
headline.
literally right now.
Okay, what are you looking at? What do you see?
Can you hold it up and
I
yeah.
got 7.
That's more than 5. Good
That's
one.
more than 5.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if
You
it'll
can play
grow.
back on
I
your
wonder if
pull
you do it
tabs.
again. And if
Don't
it'll...
do it.
And this concludes our after-school special
Yeah.
about peer pressure.
Oh, man.
So our next headline is that the new Grand Arena season is here. GAC Season 9. And it is 3v3 with ships. And...
Boo, 3v3.
I know, I hate it.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to know what I did this round?
What'd you do this round?
I set a 77,000 power ship fleet, and then I did not do anything else.
Are you going for
Yeah.
the carbonite? The...
Yeah. Because I figured, I was like, I hate 3v3. So,
Just be careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you did that on purpose, though.
yeah, I did it on purpose.
Okay. All right. See, yeah, I was gonna say my setup was much worse because I just somehow didn't set one team. I set
Okay.
I set a zone of 4, a zone of 3, and then the last zone place 3
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
or fly or something. I don't know. And yeah.
They do
Went,
not
to-
notify us well enough.
No.
well, it has the little 4 if you're
Yeah.
smart as I am.
If you read,
If you read. Yeah.
that takes a lot of energy, man.
I was so close to not signing up this time because I
Oh.
thought I forgot it again and stuff.
I hate 3v3. It just sucks.
Yeah.
There's no redeeming. It's like a whole new game, but less satisfying to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but it's still fun new flavor to break up the monotony.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like 3v3, I do like reading the new feats that we have, getting new
Right.
titles, new icons. So the highlights are that you can get 2 new titles, I think. One is the title Twin for completing a generation apart. Win a fleet arena battle with Imperial TIE Fighter and First Order TIE Fighter. And then the other title is CK421. Win a Grand Arena battle with Stormtrooper Han, Luke Skywalker Farm Boy, Chewbacca Legendary. that'll be hard.
Hmm.
Do you guys go, Steve? Do you go for these each time?
I do. Yeah, I try to.
Oh, really?
Okay. I can't believe I've turned into that guy, but I will go for a good portrait. And I will reach out during the placement phase to my opponent and say, look, I'll do a handshake agreement to place one absolute garbage team if you'll do the same. That'll make it easy for us to get feats. If you're not interested, no big deal. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because there are some that are just utterly impossible that you're never going to get in a natural gameplay.
But are important to get is you have to collect everything.
Fair enough.
I definitely want the 2 new portraits that they have. One is the baller looking Death Trooper. They have to win a Grand Arena battle with Krennic and Death Trooper. Then the other one is the almost as cool looking Sith Trooper from Episode 9. And you have to defeat 6 enemy units in Grand Arena. First Order Stormtroopers variants.
And didn't they say with these like portraits and stuff like that, they don't really have plans right now to bring them back around. So if you miss them,
Right.
Bye-bye.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
PSA, I guess.
I would appreciate if they do what they did last time going forward and have it be, if you're ambitious enough, just one Frankenstein's monster team that can get like half the feats done.
Right.
Yeah. This is too much effort for me, but
Yeah. I can't. I never really go for the feats.
I always do. Every single one that has portrait or a title.
I think the only one I actively went after was probably a BB-8 one.
I will lose an event if it means I can get the title or the portrait. It's more valuable than just another Zeta or whatever. Who cares about Zeta?
Yeah, man, just blow some money.
Then our last headline. Are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah, I was just seeing what my BB-8 portrait was.
Yeah.
But yes.
Our last headline is that we've got another marquee coming out. This time, Mon Mothma, another non-attacking unit who is a leader that cannot be targeted. Steve, do you have it pulled up? Do you want to read through her kit?
Okay, I can't find her kit. We had
yeah.
insights, but I can't find a kit release.
It's if you're in the developer insights at the very, very top, there should be a kit reveal link. It'll say like,
there you go. What were we saying just a minute ago about being able to read?
Touche.
Still applicable. All right. So her basic is Advocate for Peace. Dispel all debuffs on the weakest rebel ally. Rebel allies recover 6% health and protection.
All right.
Add to survivability. If the goal is light side Geo, there's no such thing as too much health and protection.
That's true.
Special 1, Restore a Republic, cooldown of 5. Revive a random rebel fighter ally, percent health and protection. And Threepio. Not in the text, but all rebel allies have their current health percentages equalized. Then rally Mon Mothma and all rebel fighter allies. Rallied characters act based on their role. Tanks taunt and gain critical hit immunity for 2 turns. Attackers assist. Healers and supports restore 15% health and protection to all allies.
Wow. That's a cooldown of 5.
Cooldown of 5, yep.
Great ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It can now you can now do the rally on a team without a Galactic Legend present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Special number 2, Field Promotion. Summon a Rebel Trooper. If a Rebel Trooper is already present, they are promoted to a Rebel Officer. If they were already a rebel officer, they were promoted to a rebel commander. If they were already a rebel commander, dispel all debuffs on them. They recover 25% health and protection, reduce cooldowns of Mon Mothma and all rebel fighter allies by 1. This ability can only be used if all allies are rebels at the start of battle.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so she's summoning. Technically, she can summon. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Okay, I was misunderstanding this. I thought she was summoning more than one, theoretically, but she's not.
No.
She's just upgrading them every time they're on the field. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, it's this ability can only be used if all allies are rebel at the start of battle. It threw me a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. They're
Wait,
hardwiring it to where he has to be on a rebel only team.
Right.
Because without
it's just weird that they say if all allies are rebel at the start of battle, because how are you changing your allies during the battle?
Because all allies could not be rebels at the start of battle.
Yeah, but if they are, it's just a really weird.
Yeah, the last 5 words are unnecessary.
Yeah, this ability can only be used if all allies are rebels. Done.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to start with resistance allies and then all of a sudden halfway through they're like, oh look, we're rebels now. Like,
well,
it's how my brain is reading that.
If you have one that is not a rebel and then they die, then now all allies are rebels. Because
okay, fair.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
That's right. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right, continue on because I don't know the rest of it. So.
All right, her leadership, which is a Zeta, Alliance Chancellor. At the start of battle, if Mon Mothma is in the leader slot, she and all rebel fighter allies gain 8% of their combined base, max health, max protection, offense, defense, potency, and tenacity. Mon Mothma and rebel fighter allies have a 100% chance to assist each other whenever they use an ability during their turn, dealing 90% less damage, limit once per turn per ally. If that ability dealt no damage, the damage penalty is reduced to 45% less damage, and that ally dispels all debuffs on the healthiest rebel ally.
What?
So
okay.
Abilities like heals, the damage penalty isn't as bad.
Right. But, okay, so question now. She's in the leader slot, obviously. She's going to do this health combined thing. And then if you have Threepio with her, would his 40% borrowing be after she does the combine or before? I would assume it would be before. I don't know.
They mentioned it somewhere in a lost dev Q&A, but it's either the leadership unique or leadership goes first and then the unique, or the other way around. If you open a battle, you can see in the bottom left, it'll have the titles of each thing taking effect. So you can see which one comes in first.
Man, but either way though, still nuts that you're getting the combined, and then you would get Chewie, and then Chewie would have that for everyone as well.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, this is a great leadership just based on the stat boost. Because if you've got 5 rebel fighters, then you're gaining 40% of your own base max health, protection, offense, defense, potency, and tenacity, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just think of it as like a 40% boost of each of these stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can take 5 garbage rebels and make a team out of them.
Yeah. Man. All right.
Why did I get the one with the ridiculously long kit? Oh man. So you know.
You have water there.
It's true. All right. Are we done with leadership? We good?
Yeah. satisfied.
There will always be an assist, no matter what a character does, and it'll do almost no damage. I probably should have waited till the whole thing was done reading, but C-3PO again with his basic doing exposes for rebels.
Yeah.
Put him on the team here, and now every time a character goes and gets this assist and 3PO and Chewie assist, that is 2 exposes, 2 basics being done, no matter what ability a character performs.
Wow, that is cool.
Okay.
All right.
Continue, Steve.
Unique 1, second Zeta. This is our rebellion. Mon Mothma has plus 50 speed. Mon Mothma can't be targeted and is immune to taunt effects. If there are no other allied combatants at the start of a turn, Mon Mothma escapes from battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No way. Oh my God.
So 50 speed is huge.
I think, yeah, that's the highest, right? Yeah.
Huge
But we don't know
bonus.
what the base speed is, so.
Right.
No. I mean, like the plus
Yeah.
50, because we've
I
only
think
seen
so, yeah.
plus 30, right?
And
That's
from
right.
a unique, too.
Yeah.
But now the can't be targeted and immune to taunt effects should save her from Darth Revan lead, from being killed before her summon can get killed, and
Wait. So you can't target her
at all.
Ever.
Once everyone else dies, then she'll leave the battle.
But you cannot like try to get rid
She
of
cannot
her.
be targeted at all.
You can AoE hit her, but you
I
can't.
think you can
target
AoE her, yeah. You can AoE her. And she is a reviver.
Yeah.
So this is a reviving character that can't be targeted. So there's always the chance, eventually, if the battle drags on too long, she's going to revive somebody. So you've got to quickly kill everybody. Because if it's just, down to 1-1, he's then going to revive an ally with Chewie and 3PO. So now you've got 2 that you got to kill again.
Oh,
And
man.
I really want to see how this plays out, how the mechanics work, because if we, skipping back to the field promotion, it is summon a rebel trooper. To me, that is a way around the revive blocks of the Galactic Legends and of Gas.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You're not reviving the trooper. So I'm curious to see how that plays out, if there ends up being any ability to counter with the right rebel team here, or if we have more powerful rebel tunes in the pipeline still.
I'm not I'm not sold on this being good versus Gas. But yes, it would be a new summon. But since it's not a tank and it's not going to taunt, I don't think it'll help versus Gas.
Right. I see Gas being a counter because you can't revive against him.
I'm not trying to make some kind of argument this is going to be a counter to one of the
right.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. But just reading it, it looks to me like that. It looks like it's targeted against revive block characters, and there's only 3 of those in game right now.
Right.
So I don't know how else to interpret that.
Right. I see what you mean. Right. Yeah. Because I'm
not making some kind of insane argument for
yeah,
and they're going to be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I think you're right, because it's not a revive. She's summoning somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how long battles with her tend to take.
Man, that is cool.
Because so she doesn't just start off with her summon unit. She has to use the field promotion ability. Then you have to wait 5 more turns to use it again. Your rebel trooper has to still be alive
to get promoted,
and then gets promoted to a rebel officer. Then you have to wait another 5 turns to use the ability. and have him promoted to a rebel commander. So it's at least 11 turns before you get yourself a rebel commander.
But I'm going to assume she's going to be going relatively often. I don't know what her base speed is, if she's got plus 50 speed.
Yeah.
Maybe not crazy often, but faster than some.
And then who is this rebel trooper? Go ahead and read.
Yes. Yes. Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about my last block of text. I got 2 full kits to read here, essentially.
It's just one. This is just you just got one more unique left. It's just one more unique.
Just one more unique.
Yeah.
I'll speed read it for you. Unique 2, Rebel Trooper, Light Side Attacker, Rebel Fighter. The basic of Rebel Trooper, subparagraph here.
So the uniques, basic.
It's a unique's basic.
The unique of Mon Mothma's character has a character who has a basic.
This is like Inception in a in a kit.
Very much so.
Oh man.
And Sarah, I got the fuzzy end of the lollipop on this whole kit read thing. Basic Rebel Bravado. Dispel all buffs on target enemy and deal physical damage. If this unit has been promoted to officer or commander, inflict daze for 1 turn.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Special Rebel Morale, cooldown of 4. Rebel allies gain defense penetration up for 2 turns. If this unit has been promoted to commander, rally all Rebel fighter allies. This ability can only be used if Rebel Trooper has been promoted to officer or commander.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Because it goes Trooper, Officer, Commander.
Yes.
Got it. So you can use it when he's an officer, and then once he's a commander, you do the rally.
Better. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, crazy high bar to get over in like a PvP, but for light side Geo, I mean, 11, nothing at all.
Yeah.
Well, assuming you survive that long. Unique 1, Rebellion Tactics. Mon Mothma and Rebel fighter allies have plus 15% crit damage and plus 30% tenacity. If this unit has been promoted to commander, these bonuses are tripled.
90% tenacity.
And yeah, well, and 45% crit damage isn't bad either with how often they assist.
For the entire team.
Right.
Oh, man.
For this, the Mon Mothma's unique character has a unique that helps all allies.
And rallies.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All Rebel fighter allies. Yeah.
And I totally misheard that. I was reading that as just him having plus. Oh my god.
Nope.
Yeah.
I was hearing that as Rebel Trooper has plus 15%.
Yeah.
No, all Rebel
not
fighter.
Rebel fighter
if you
allies.
Can keep him kicking up to commander. Wow.
Oh my god.
Unique 2, Summoned. This unit's stats scale with the summoner's stats. This unit can only be summoned to the ally slot if it's available. This unit can't be summoned in raids. This unit can't be revived. If an effect counts defeated units, this unit doesn't count. When there are no other allied units, this unit escapes from battle. A unit can't be revived if this summoned unit exists in their slot.
Oh.
Yep.
This is okay.
When there are no other allied combatants, this unit escapes from battle. So I guess you could theoretically kill Mon Mothma via AoEs and still have a Rebel Trooper alive, and then it would escape.
Yeah, theoretically.
Like it's going to be a real common occurrence to me.
No.
Yeah,
it's
not happening.
So my initial reaction to this kit is this is so PvE based, it's crazy.
Yeah. Very
like PvE targeted.
Yeah. But will do great in PvP, I think.
I could also see this being a really good defense team in Territory War or Grand Arena. Like this is a timeout team.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna, especially once you have everyone like starred and geared up and everything, you're gonna be chewing to get through this team fast enough, and she's just gonna keep reviving people theoretically.
One sentence from the second unique of the Summoned that I want to just emphasize though is this unit can't be summoned in raids. So I was really hoping
Yeah.
that all indicative of and we'll have a new raid next month. But yeah, all that cool with Rebel, Trooper, Officer, Commando doesn't apply. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
I think she looks a lot of fun.
She looks like a lot of fun. You know when does she come out? Do we know her marquee event date?
We don't. But I was going to say, Sarah, you could get 330 shards.
But also, I was asking because I want to know how she does in light side territory battles. But I feel like they're gonna make it so that the marquee event and the territory battle doesn't line up. And you know what I mean? I guess you can wail on her during territory battles if it turns out to be really good.
Yeah, you got a whole month to open little packs.
But then you also got to wail on Threepio.
Yes.
Well, if you buy 2 packs and pull 330 on each,
yeah,
failing.
It's like dolphining.
Not even. That's
not even
minnowing.
Yeah, I only have 25 days left for Threepio. Man,
for our That's No Moon.
Oh.
I want to talk about, along with Mon Mothma, is, a big part of her kit is the Rebel fighters.
Yes.
And putting them on the team. So along with her, there's a new sub-faction. The developers compared it to the Imperial troopers within the Empire. So now we have the Rebel fighters within the Rebel faction.
Do we have a list of those?
Bottom of the Dev Insights.
Bottom of the Dev Insights. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
So we've got Baze Malbus.
Yeah.
And Chirrut. We've also got Jin, K2SO, and Cassian.
Wigs. Oh, sorry.
I love K2SO.
The whole Rogue One cast.
Right. Yeah, because SRP and Biston are there too.
Yep. Pow.
And Pow.
And Body Rook even.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Even though he wasn't really a Rebel fighter.
Not really a Rebel fighter.
I don't remember him.
That's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm curious what counts as a Rebel fighter as well. Because when I think of the word rebel and rebel, you're fighting something.
Yeah.
So I just automatically assume that you are a rebel fighter.
Well, you can rebel without fighting, like Mon Mothma. I wonder, does she count as one? She probably does, or does she not?
It doesn't say.
She's not listed. No.
Okay,
she's
good.
Not listed.
She shouldn't be, because she doesn't actually fight. This is for the people on the ground, going into battle. These are the foot soldiers. The ones going on missions.
All kinds of people that I think if you asked any Star Wars fan who the Rebel fighters are in the original trilogy,
right,
people would list Luke and Han and as fighters for the rebellion.
I don't think Han would be. Luke started veering into it when he became a pilot for them.
Yeah, but who leads the assault team on the Forest Moon?
I don't think Han wanted to do that. I don't think he was...
I don't think he wanted to do that, but he did it.
Man, this is a very fine, because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. But my point is just that it seems like a narrow definition, and this list does not include everybody that I would list, and that I think most fans would list.
I think it's got everybody. I think it's got more than. It's also got the House Rebel soldiers, Lando, and the pilots.
If you've got Lando there, then the exact same for Han applies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why is Lando there but not Han?
Lando shouldn't be there, but he has it just because he needs more usefulness in the game.
Because he needs more usefulness. And Cara Dune's there.
Yes, that's the main highlight, I think, is Cara Dune. Because that's a new character with the Rebel Fighter tag.
They just, like, bumped her up, basically, and she's new.
Yeah. When she came out, I remember thinking, why would I ever use her on a Rebel team?
Now you know.
Yeah. Now she has a good place.
So, okay, so here is my question then. With Mon Mothma, let's say you're going to put Threepio with her. Who are your other 3? Would you make the other 3 always, like, would you want them to be Rebel fighters or just Rebels in general, or?
I would say you try to emphasize the revive mechanic as best you can. So whichever one of the Hoth brothers has a revive might not be a bad choice. SRP would make sense. Jin is on here. Yeah, my inclination is to lean into that whole revive mechanic and just keep Threepio coming back and driving him crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know either, because I'm looking at these Rebels and I never really use them right now. This is like a list of Rebels that, like, you kind of use sometimes in selects. Like, I use Baze, but, like, and I use K2SO, but, like, the others are just kind of there.
Yeah,
they just exist in my game.
But to me, it's kind of a nice list only because almost all of these have been useful tunes at some point. So anybody who's been playing for a decent while can there's some kind of team out of this. It may not be phenomenal, but I mean, we all have Hoth bros that can do something and are away from being decently geared. And yeah,
if you focused on your ships, you're gonna have, like, Biggs is going to be strong for you. Wedge will be strong for you, right? Like, Biston might be strong for you. Like, you're going to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to have geared up characters already that will slot into this that are good.
So this is one that you can just take characters that have been useless besides necessary for a ship or something.
Right.
Or haven't used them since the game started and they were just going over the Rogue One movie.
Right.
And now you can use them. This is cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's a monster of a kit, but it's a creative kit. It's easy to follow. I get what's going on here. It's a nice change from the Wallow text. I mean, it's still a Wallow text, but it's all pretty straightforward what's happening.
Right.
It is Geonosian style, release one tune that elevates everybody else in the faction.
Right, yeah. Totally. I like it.
Yeah, that's an approach that I'm 100% okay with.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm also all about anything that could potentially make light side territory battles a little bit easier.
Yes, that's definitely their goal right now.
Yeah.
I was confused when they came out with light side territory battles, but then did not follow up with character releases to, profit off of the game mode.
Right.
Now they finally are.
Yeah, because now what will end up happening is people are probably going to wail for light side territory battles, thinking. So it's similar in the sense of, like, people will wail for a raid, people will wail for theoretically for light side territory battles.
Yeah. Well, one theory that I've seen floating around out there that I think could be borne out, they intended to add quite a bit after the light side geo launch and a couple other things there. And then the Unity upgrade was supposed to be a fairly fast and easy thing that ended up utterly dominating their time. And now that we have that finally out of the way and they can start doing more, we'll start seeing a lot. There's a backlog of content to come piling through here.
Yeah.
That's a good theory.
Another thing to point out is because the platoons in light side territory battles are fixed, Mon Mothma and Threepio won't be in them.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah,
if
good
you
point.
do whale on them, you're gonna get to use them because you're not gonna have to platoon them. The risk is the rebel fighters obviously are in platoons. But even then, I'm sure you'd be able to.
So Cara Dune as well then.
Oh yeah, Cara Dune. I don't. Yeah, she's
Would
not
be
in
out, yeah.
platoons.
So you're
Yeah,
most
so
of the
you
way to a
have-
good team right there.
You have 3 right away that you're going to be able to use on a team that has some synergy together.
Yeah, cool.
So that's good news there if you're going to whale.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like
You
it.
and I are both looking at you for this, I think.
Looking
Let us
at
know how
who?
that whaling goes.
Me?
Yes, Sarah. You are now the HNN whale.
I can't be the HNN whale.
There's
I'm
a
sorry,
chance you
we
only get
voted.
5 shards, but it's a low chance.
I only got 7 shards of chew.
It's more than 5.
It is.
Mon Mothma has called you in. You
It's a
are her
long
rebel.
road.
You are her rebel trooper.
It's a long road to 330.
Then for our Bantha in the Room segment, we've been getting more rebel love than I anticipated for the celebration. Like I don't know if it was the way they announced it or just my expectations, but when they said they were doing an Empire Strikes Back anniversary stuff for the, I didn't think it would be like a whole season of, now we're going to focus on rebels and Empire people and do a whole bunch of stuff from the movie. But that's the way it's looking, with a new character, Chewie and Threepio, Mon Mothma, an entire new sub-faction of rebel fighters, and Jedi Luke added to the game. They also did a Darth Vader touch-up and new icon. But that's the only Empire or dark side love we've gotten from Empire Strikes Back, or that era of the universe. So I'm wondering if and when we'll start seeing some Empire updates during this anniversary celebration. Because Cara Dune was listed for the new Rebel fighters. And we got... Oh, the Mandalorian show had the... I don't remember his name, but there's a new Empire governor.
Gideon. Isn't it Grand Moff Gideon?
Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Grand Moff Gideon. So I wonder if they're going to release Gideon to go along with a new Empire focus in the game as well.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would not be opposed to it. I think that it makes sense to release some more Empire content.
And I can't be the person who thinks that anything from coming from the Mandalorian, I'm happy to see in game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty apathetic as to what it is, even.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. If they don't add Baby Yoda to the game at some point, like, I've been giving CG credit for way too much intelligence for years. Everyone will wail on Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, I will wail.
Sir G will wail on Baby Yoda.
No.
I'll do it for you.
But I do like Baby Yoda.
So we actually only have 18 Empire characters in game.
Yeah.
And
they don't get much airtime in the movies, so it's hard to come up with characters for them.
We have 36, so we have literally double. That's double, right? Yeah, double the Rebel faction.
Which,
So I mean, they could release some.
Yeah. And their history in the game, they started out with a huge focus on Rebels, and everyone complained about Rebels because they were dominating the entire game. Then we finally got a big Empire push. Palpatine rework, Vader rework, Krennic and Death Trooper and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll get a swing to the Empire as well, because I would like to see some updates to the Imperial Trooper faction, so that we can have some Rebel fighters versus Imperial Troopers in the game.
It would be cool. I would not be opposed to it. I think it needs to happen.
Make it happen, CG.
Plus, like I actually really enjoy when there's an influx of marquee characters.
Yeah.
Gives me something to do.
I mean, that year when they went crazy.
Yeah.
Before Revan, when they had to release all the characters for Revan, as well as just a ton that year. Like every 2 weeks, there was a new marquee, it seemed.
Yeah.
That year was one of the, probably many people will say, the most fun time in the game.
Oh, totally.
Just got a new Sith raid. Now I've got tons of marquees coming out. All these new bounty hunters, new Old Republic characters. And that activity is what made the game seem so alive. And the lack of activity is why people keep talking about, is Star Wars dead? Is it ending?
Yeah.
And that's an era that I think helped really propel the argument that not all new tunes have to be meta or amazing. The solo tunes didn't change anything, but I think a lot of them are a lot of fun, and we found uses for a lot of them over the years.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep moving the meta with every new release. We can just have things that are fun to do and interesting.
Yeah. I don't see Mon Mothma doing anything versus the Galactic Republic team. And probably not going to do anything versus a Jedi Luke team either. But it still looks really fun to play with. And makes me want to use it in territory battle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to use it in territory battles. I want them farmable now.
Farm them now.
Like, come on. I will abandon my slicker whatever farm for this. Man.
I'm sorry, you're what now?
Slick. That's the new slang term the youth are using on the streets for
my buddy boy.
Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
My buddy boy farm that I will never get because I'm not. No.
AKA SLKR, AKA Slicker.
I got there.
One of my fellow officers pulled up my first order and was like, "Hey, Sarah, this is your first order." I was like, "Yeah." I know that they're all purple. Don't worry. Yeah. All right.
Which brings us to our I Love You, I Know segment. I know it's easy to get jaded by this game, but there has to be a reason why we're all still playing this and still getting excited for new releases that revive old factions like Rebels.
Revive old content.
Yes. So let's talk about what we have enjoyed over the past week or two. Let's start with you, Sarah.
Well, I really enjoyed light side territory battles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I did, because one, I got to use Rey. That was fun. And two, I changed our deployment strategy up this time, and we earned 2 new stars. We jumped up 2 stars.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, man. Like, I was pumped, and we did this. We were down a player for territory battles, so we jumped up 2 stars with 49 people.
Wow.
Super proud.
And what was the total in the end?
17 stars.
17
stars.
Very nice.
Yeah.
When, Sarah, because I'm in the guild, when
Yeah.
will we start working towards doing phase 4 battles?
I need to look at my math. I would like to do them. I think they would. Let me pull up my Google sheet.
Because now that we got Threepio, Mon
Yeah.
Mothma,
I want to
opening
know how
up.
many people in our guild are gonna whale. On this. So technically our next star to gain is from phase 1 and ships.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look. I gotta look at the math. I'm gonna look at the math and then I'm gonna look at the numbers for phase 4 because now I'm curious if I can just shift the math so that we get the same stars and get to dip our toes into phase 4. Because if we can do that, I think that would be good.
Cool.
I think that would be fun. I'm gonna look at that. Good question.
Great. Personally, even if I get steamrolled,
Yeah.
I like attempting all parts of the
Yeah.
game.
It does. Territory battles does, especially light side. Even for me, it throws me off when I'm like, hey, we're in phase 4 and we're doing a phase 2 combat mission. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just this whole thing. And every time, because I assign our platoons, every time I assign platoons for phase 4, I like ping everyone and I'm just like, yeah, I know it's gonna say phase 2, guys. It's fine. Just go with it. It's right. We're in phase 4. It will say phase 2. Everything is fine. Yeah, I agree though. I think it would be nice to move on to the next phase. You're giving me homework.
But you seem happy about it. So
I'm gonna be happier if I know how our whales in our guild are doing with
For real.
with this Threepio and Mon Mothma. If they go, if we get a few of them, I will definitely be more inclined.
Sounds good to me.
Steve?
What was your highlight?
I Love You, I Know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I continue to enjoy, for all the different parts of the game that I enjoy playing, I love the random people I get to meet as part of this game that I reach out to with some kind of a random question or scheme to hatch. My last opponent in the last round of GAC was a guy named Mighty Matt. I had to look this up. Mighty Matt 1982, who was from Italy Strikes Back 2, and he and I just had a great conversation about, he was one of the guys who was willing to set a junk team for me and I set a junk team for him so we could do feats. And he was just a fascinating guy. And his English was a lot better than my Italian. The conversation was not perfect, but I was compelled to go track down the ISB, the Italy Strikes Back server, so I could get on there and use Google Translate to praise this guy to his community. That's one of the things I really love about this. I meet amazing Star Wars nerds from all over the world and get to have cool interactions with people. That's my I Love You, I Know.
Very nice.
I like it.
Good to hear. My I Love You, I Know is that I finally got my Skywalker, all the gear he needed.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Even though I got him right away with the event, I did not have all the stun guns and Chirotech needed to build him up.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got all that. Now I've got a Relic 3, Relic 4 Jedi Luke now.
Was his gear requirements on par with the Galactic Legend gear requirement list, or?
I don't think it was as bad.
All right, just curious.
I don't think it was as bad. But then it might be just it
was spread out, so you didn't notice it as much.
Yeah. I don't think it was as bad. But I also didn't have 13 characters I needed to relic up from
Yeah.
Gear 7 for Jedi Luke. But I'm still unsure what team to use with him or how to, because Jedi already each have a place to put themselves. And you can't mix him with Old Republic.
Yeah.
I've either got to pull from a Padme squad or star up a bunch of random Jedi. Like I'm wanting to do now Ezra and Kanan.
Yeah.
Mostly Ezra. I think he'll be great.
Ezra's fun though. Like those are two fun rebels, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And Jedi Luke could have create a new place for these forgotten Jedi. Because the main takeaway and what was fun is that if you just have one fast Jedi with Luke's lead, they can do the Jedi will thingy that gives Luke full turn meter, which then he'll take his turn and slow down the whole other team. Because it doesn't trigger until he takes his first turn.
Right.
So you've got to have somebody really fast, since your Luke is slow, to use that ability from his leadership. Then have Luke go. Then slow down the whole team. But yeah, I had fun using him. Specifically, I can't find the footage, but I think it was phase 2 or 3 of Light Side Territory battles. And I got 4 out of 4 with some scrub Jedi.
Yeah.
Mainly with Luke carrying the whole battle.
Dang. With Scrub Jedi.
With scrub Jedi.
Did you do it in the stupid question, in the Jedi mission or the light side mission?
Jedi mission.
Cool. That's good to know.
It sucked that immediately 1 or 2 Jedi died. So I didn't have high hopes. But then the remaining 2 or 3, I had it 3 at least. But the remaining of them made it all the way through 4 out of 4. And it felt fantastic. Because I didn't think that second Jedi team without Old Republic would ever be able to win or do anything. But Jedi Luke is the answer.
Man.
Define scrub Jedi.
Yeah. That's a great question.
Scrub Jedi.
Are we talking Eth Koth level of terrible or somewhere above there?
Step above Eth Koth. It included. Let's try and remember. I think I had Shak Ti on the team. And Hermit Yoda. And maybe Qui-Gon and Old Ben.
Okay. So like more odds and ends than really scrub. I would, these aren't the bottom end of the Jedi roster. They just don't quite have a place otherwise.
I mean, they're the bottom end of my Jedi roster.
Jedi Knight Guardian is the bottom end of everybody's Jedi roster.
I think I use Mace Windu too.
Okay.
Because he's one that will get an extra attack versus the B1s. He's part of that list of Galactic Republic heroes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I consider them scrubs, especially mine that are only Gear 12.
Right.
If my Gear 12 tunes can survive during Geonosis territory battle, I think that is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I also would just like to point out, Steve, that my Jedi Knight Guardian is Gear 7 and my Qui-Gon Jinn is Gear 4.
Fair enough.
So
broad point stands, but fair enough.
Yeah. But that is a good point though, that they're only gear 12, because I go into combats in light side territory battle and geotier battle, and if they're gear 12, I'm like, well, see ya, you're gonna die.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Get off one attack and I'll be happy.
yeah, exactly. Half the time you take relic characters in and you're like, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like that.
Then let's answer some Discord corner fan questions.
Yeah, there's not too many this week.
So Cotman3 asked, with Jedi Luke, Threepio, and now Mon Mothma, you predict a rebel-based epic confrontation legendary?
Oh, epic confrontation legendary.
I do not.
No, I don't think so.
I think that they've had a history the last couple of years of only releasing tunes to build towards a new legendary, a new epic confrontation. I don't see any seeds yet to them doing it again. The only one that could be are the Mandalorian characters.
Right.
But I don't think so. I think that's just hype and people expecting it. Because otherwise, if any characters were made from the Mandalorian, people are gonna say it's for a legendary.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't see one coming.
I'd be surprised, but I can hope. The thing with Mon Mothma and Threepio being required for a legendary, the logical legendary there would be Jedi Knight Luke, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't.
That's why it seems really unlikely in that instance.
Yeah.
I don't know who else could be on epic confrontation or legendary.
Yeah.
They've got to move to a new part of the Star Wars universe or something.
Well, there was a under that question in the Discord corner, there was a lively discussion on the HNN Discord. Plug for the HNN Discord. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're chatting
out, but yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a lively discussion there. I don't remember what I was doing. I just remember coming back and being like, wow, this went real far, real quick.
Cool. I'll have to go look that up. Then Jimbo asked, if I haven't done much work on a Galactic Legend, should I start on one or wait for the next round to get to Luke? If I should do one, who should I do? I'm 3.4 million galactic power, just finishing General Skywalker.
I think the first part of this question depends on who you are closer to. Are you really, really close to Jedi Knight Luke on requirements and you want to abandon it because you feel like you should have a galactic legend? I think if you're closer to Jedi Knight Luke, and by closer I mean significantly closer, then I would probably go that way, only because the Jedi Knight Luke event is not available in the Journey Guide, and your Galactic Legend event is. So if you want to try to get Jedi Knight Luke for the next round, then it makes sense to do that. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for another one after that, and then, if I remember correctly, they said that new characters will not show up in the Journey Guide for 1 year. So, yeah, I think overall, for me personally, it totally depends on which way is closer and more achievable, and would you be willing to wait to get Jedi Knight Luke if you went after a Galactic Legend?
I would say that the more well-rounded for all aspects of the game is Kylo.
Right.
Because he can solo the Sith raid. He can solo all 3 raids.
And then you're going to be gearing up your other characters faster
Yeah.
for your other requirements.
Yeah.
Have we directly confirmed that he can solo pit?
Yes, I can confirm that.
The joke.
I was like, you said you could. I'm like, we don't run pit.
That's the thing. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of us actually done this?
Yeah. Well, Sergi goes to Merc, so I assume they.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
does.
assume they run it.
Honestly, I don't like him soloing the HAAT
Mm-hmm.
because the same squad I used to do the Sith raid, they will fail during phase 3 of the HAAT on auto because Kylo's AI will only do his AoE all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he never builds up his mastery beforehand. So on auto, he's just constantly adding just 40 mastery or something.
Right.
So they actually lose when trying to auto solo HAT.
So you can't do it that way.
Yeah, it'll hit in rage, and it's really lame. But anyways, I think he's the better one. But I think you should wait. Literally, go to swgoh.gg, look up every single piece of gear before investing any. Save them all so that within a single day, you can have everybody at Gear 13 relicked up to farm the tickets for Galactic Legend.
Yeah.
And then also be sure to have every single piece of gear ready for that Galactic Legend. And wait until you have all that ready, despite it being weird having thousands of carbs and everything. And if they still haven't announced a Galactic Legend by the time you're ready to do all that, then you're good to go to pull the trigger. And
that's a good point.
It's really good advice.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Is by the time you're set, you might be ready. We might be ready for a different duo.
Yeah, what you will hate is if you're halfway through getting everything you need, it'll still be 2 or 3 months before you finish farming the gear, and then they announce one, and then you've got to still focus on the one you've already put stuff into and unlock him after the new Galactic Legends have already taken over the game. Better to just wait.
That's a really good point. And I mean, even if there are a new duo by the time that happens, if like Galactic Legends they're gonna go right to the journey guide. There's no worrying about missing them necessarily the first time around because they're always there.
Yeah. Darth JJ asked, if Mon Mothma and new Chewie are ramping us up for a future Galactic Legend, Luke, should we expect some Empire characters soon?
Do you think we're going to get a Galactic Legend Luke? First I thought we were, and then they gave us Jedi Knight Luke. So I don't know if we're going to get a Galactic Legend Luke that is necessarily from this era.
I mean, the only Luke left would be Old Man Luke.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not from this era.
Legend.
Sorry?
He's not a Galactic Legend.
It's a tough sell as a Galactic Legend, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't think he's a Galactic Legend either.
He didn't have any epic battle. He just had a force projection.
And then he disappeared.
Disappointing.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think... I do think we'll get Empire characters.
I do too, but not for the reasoning.
Yeah, but I don't think it's for that reasoning either.
Yeah.
I was under the impression, so before we got Jedi Knight Luke, I was under the impression that Jedi Knight Luke would be a Galactic Legend and we would get a new Vader as the counterpart. Because now I think about it and I'm like, Galactic Legend, you're always going to have them in pairs. It's always going to be a light side and a dark side. Who would be from this trio, this trilogy era?
Yeah.
I don't think you could pull anyone right now. I don't think you can pull anyone. I think you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see anybody as a Galactic Legend pair, but to go back to versions of Luke,
Mhm.
we are missing flight suit Luke.
True.
As,
Right.
as the only
Right.
person in this game, I think, who actually enjoys ships most of the time. I would love to actually get a pilot and ship combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Darth JJ asked the question we just went over.
Mhm.
And then Red 9 asked, Sarah,
Mhm.
can you talk about how your Galactic Legend Ray did in
Mhm.
Lightside Geonosis territory battles? What teams did you use and how many waves did you get through? Thanks.
So she did good. I used her every phase. And every phase, so I used her every phase. I used the same team. So I did Ray, the Resistance heroes, so Finn and Poe, Holdo, and I did Stick Ray. And the reason why I did it that way is because I am greedy and I also wanted to use my JTR, BB-8, R2, C3PO, and Finn in the other combat mission. So I wanted 2 resistance teams and I split them that way on purpose.
Did it fail miserably?
No. I got the lowest I ever got with them was 3 waves out of 4, and that was just because it kind of went side. I think I got 3 waves out of 4 the first day because I didn't really know how she was going to work, and I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to wing this kind of thing, and I did not prepare for it at all, and I just went in, cannonballed right into light side territory battle with her.
Yeah.
And I got 3 out of 4 waves with her the first time, and I was 1 person away from getting 4 out of 4 waves when I died. Which, yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, no. But anyway, every other time though, they did 4 out of 4, so it was fine. So she did really well, and then my JTR team just tanked, so I might pull from it. I know there was, I think it was Darth JJ was saying he was running JTR instead of Stick Ray. He did the exact same team I did, but he put JTR with them. And it worked really well for him. So I'm curious to try that. I just feel bad leaving BB-8 out. It's my baby. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that. I can't speak to how many waves I did because the rest of my light side sucks. So my Jedi missions failed horribly, but my Rey missions were great. Yeah, it's just she's a lot of fun. I highly recommend for territory battle. I guess
Nice.
Jedi Knight Luke though is good for that too.
Jedi Luke was fun. All we need, with Galactic Legend Ray and now Jedi Luke and now these new Rebel characters that should be good in Lightside TB. We're getting to where we've got all the squads needed to make it through and have a good completion of Lightside Geonosis TB.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're not already there, we're on the verge of having all the necessary teams to consistently do well in Lightside Geonosis territory battle. Now we have our rank and file segment of the show where we go over the meta report. I don't foresee much changes because none of the recent characters have had much to do with Galactic Legends.
Yeah.
Or General Skywalker or the Revan. So, yeah, as predicted, Rey is at 39% as the leader of rank 1 teams. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is 37%, with a little bit of General Skywalker at 10% after them. So over 85% of the teams are the 2 Galactic Legends and the leftover General Skywalker meta. There is a 3% Vader lead.
Yeah, I've seen a few people running Vader.
So 1% of leaders are running a Vader lead, Fallen Bastilla, Freya, Thrawn, and Watt.
Yep. It's a very specifically modded counter.
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Counter to Rey, I should say.
Cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Else in going through the meta report, enjoy getting down to the very bottom, like single-digit teams.
Yes, those are the ones people are having
Desperately
fun.
wanting to find those people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to first with your Jawas. We need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are someone I should know.
Mm-hmm. What's your shard like?
Yeah. Then for the fleet report, the Negotiator is at 67%. The Negotiator is preferred over the Malevolent. Because now veterans who have been farming since both of these came out are about to the point that they can each have 7-star Malevolence and Negotiator.
I do not.
I do. And want to rub it in your face. No. I do. I've been preferring Malevolence lately because it's more fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that most people think Negotiator is better. Sometimes it goes sideways versus Negotiator, and there's nothing I can do. So maybe that's why Negotiator is still preferred.
I haven't even unlocked Malevolence yet. I'm hoarding the tokens again. And I was buying a lot of gear with them before.
Sarah.
I was doing your favorite thing.
I think it's a fun meta right now. I mean, for as long as we put up with the Millennium Falcon Akbar meta, we do for a meta with a couple different really competitive fleets. Negotiator, I think, holds really well on D, much better than Malevolence. I think Malevolence is very, very easy to beat with a good Negotiator. But the inverse is true. I think Malevolence climbs really easily and can just tear through a Negotiator if played properly.
Yeah. There are a lot of
RNG plays less and less of a role in these battles, I think.
Right.
They're well matched. They do different things very well, and I was really hoping that one or the other of our 2 new caps was going to do something here, but yeah.
Oh, out of
Finalizer and Radis. Yeah.
I almost set my Radis on defense today because I thought it would be funny.
That would have been funny.
You've got strong enough resistance pilots as a cleanup in TW fleet. You could do a whole lot worse than Radis.
Right.
If you've got something weak out there that you need to go after,
Next round, I'll set her.
There you go.
You could do a whole lot better than the Radis.
Well, I just want to get to Carbonite.
Just be careful. Other people are going to be Carbonite hunting.
I know.
And if you get paired up, you both get max banners.
I know.
I unsuccessfully.
If that happens and I'm screwed, then I'll have to actually play Grand Arena properly, which will make me very upset because I hate 3v3 Grand Arena.
And you'll already be so far behind.
Yeah.
It was awful. Last time we talked, Sarah, and you said to just, throw some teams to lower the amount of points I get for my win.
Yes.
I remember thinking, that's an idea. But forgetting that I'd already thought through that. So I went and did it. and then remembered the reason why I had concluded not to do that is because for accepting the reward for the feat, you get like 100 points or something.
Oh, and it tips you over.
Yes.
Oh.
So I still got whatever is after carbonite. So I didn't get my
That
carbonite.
that is so sneaky because if you do the feat, that means you finished in carbonite.
Yeah.
So the points you get shouldn't stop you. It's this like chicken or egg thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it shouldn't matter.
I'll never be able to get carbonite. I want to be last place. I still want the icons though. Come on.
Oh man. Yeah.
And last but not least, let's head to Uncle Owen's Moisture Farm to talk about who and what we are currently farming in game. Because everyone knows work comes before going into Tashi Station to pick up power converters. So what are you guys farming?
Steve, do you want to go first?
Sure. At the moment, all I'm really farming, well, I'm working gear, of course. I held off on picking a route on the Galactic Legends. I wanted to see how things played out. That turned out to not be the wisest move. So I'm working on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, or Slacker, as the kids apparently call him.
Ah.
Oh, Slicker. Sorry.
Slick.
I refuse. So working on gear there. The only tunes I'm farming up at the moment are the Mando characters. I also don't think they're really going to be used for anything. We're just due for things that are fun in this game. And I enjoy all their kits and can have a good time with them.
Yeah.
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 I am farming the new characters as well, but no refreshes. Because I want to get everybody to 7-star. I have everybody else there already. I am just hoarding gear, and I'm going to do what I recommended, that if they still haven't announced a Galactic Legend, and I've got all the gear ready for the Resistance characters to get the Galactic Legend I don't have, then I will drop it all, invest in it. But
just imagine how good your light side territory battle will go when you have Jedi Knight Luke and Rey.
True.
And when you wail on Mon Mothma and Threepio.
Hey, that's your job. Don't delegate to me your spending. Now, my JTR does just fine in Lightside TV. Her with the droid squad, they do just.
It's good. That's why I don't like breaking them up.
Which, if you were to whale Sarah on Threepio, JTR, C3PO, R2D2, BB-8, and now the droid Threepio should kick butt and go first in Lightside.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking for Lightside territory battle, you take Finn out, Threepio in.
And you still have everything you need for your other Galactic Legend squad.
So if I could approach this from a rational standpoint, Sarah.
Yeah.
At this point, you have purchased a pack, correct? And you are 7 shards further along than either Sergio or myself.
Correct.
Now, you can either waste all of that potential and just not buy any further packs, maximize your investment there and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
There's only one logical answer.
Plus, you've already made progress towards that next star. He's just going to be staring at you, that
the 7 out of whatever
7 out
it
of
is.
30 shards.
Yep.
That if you don't get it, you're already 7/30ths the way there.
You are committed at this point. Otherwise, you just wasted that whole pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either that can be money down the drain or a small investment, larger investment.
And let's not forget that you could pull 330 shards on the very next one.
I could.
Tina's gonna hit for somebody. It might as well be you.
You know what would suck is if I did this and then on my last pull I got the 330.
I would not laugh at that at all. Try to be helpful. Does this qualify as helpful or?
Yeah.
No, you
Sure.
shouldn't do it, Sarah. We can leave that to people like Arnold to make videos of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a good case study of how it will cost you.
It will. It will cost me. We need to have a discussion with the whales and ODB. I am farming. Who am I farming? Hux and Sith Trooper. No refreshes because it's going to be a long grind.
Take your time.
And I'm farming the Mandalorian characters. And I am gearing right now. So I'm farming gear for my Jedi Knight Luke requirements. And I am a long ways away. So when do we think Jedi Knight Luke is coming back? Because I only have 2 characters ready to go.
2 or 3 months. I think they've
That's
shortened the legendary return timeline. I think it's always back within 3 months.
Because I only have CLS and Vader at Relic 3. So we got some work to do on my roster.
You should do it. He's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have a huge sample size on the legendaries, but I hope you're right. I hope it's back that fast, but
yeah.
Man.
Sounds good.
It's back.
It's probably what I should have spent my crystals on instead of 7 Chewy shards.
But our enjoyment of you getting those 7 cards was astronomical.
Yeah, I did it for you. I did it for all the listeners.
I don't think speaking on behalf of the listeners, I am 99.99% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The other 0.01% I get to hang out with you fine folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all appreciated that. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Well, thank you guys for joining us this week. Thanks, Stevel, for... Sorry.
Oh, whatever.
Is it based off of Stevia or is it based off of Steve?
Oh no, it is. So it is Stevel.
Because it's evil.
Say that, but yeah, yes, that is a. So you can guess from Stevel what my first name is. That is a parting shot from a long ago girlfriend that thought this was an insult. That immediately became my gaming handle. I would have to sit and think about what her name was, but she gave me Stevel, so thank you.
Yeah. That is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, this was like 20 some years ago. Yeah.
There are so many worse things she could have given you too, and that is great.
That's great.
Yeah, we're not going down that road, but yeah, no, she was convinced this was like this cutting, like end of the relationship final insult, and I love it.
Wow.
That is so creative, man. I'm kind of jealous.
Well, thank you guys.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for joining us. That ought to do it. And until next time, Chewie, we're home.